Get on in here, everybody. It's time. Yep, it's time for another session. I missed yesterday, so I'll go over yesterday's right quick. I know we're getting toward the end. Yep, y'all get on in here. Fun stuff happening today. Making sure there's my sister. So I have coffee this morning. It's probably really still hot. But I have some exciting things to tell you because there was excitement in our neighborhood today. Yep, a lot of excitement in our neighborhood. Well, on our back deck, on Ben's back deck. He said, Aunt Marla, come here. There's a squirrel that's stuck on one of the feeders. Now, I don't recommend anybody doing this, but I did it. I took, we had a little squirrel who they like to get seeds, so we're an equal opportunity critter feeder around here. Yeah, an equal opportunity critter feeder. So we like squirrels, we like birds. You know, we just love our critters. So at home, Justin gave him a little wildlife camera that he sits out, and we've gotten pictures of foxes and all kinds of stuff. It's just, we have quite the menagerie, and Robert feeds apples, and he's got a critter feeder out there, and we've seen a bear. We just like our critters. Well, today, and I know not to touch wildlife. I understand that, but this squirrel got his foot hung in one of the hoops of the shepherd's hook where it comes together, and he couldn't get out. And he was trying hard. So I put on Ben's gloves. I got to throw his gloves away now because they tried to bite me through these gloves. But luckily these gloves were really thick, and it didn't bite me, didn't break any skin. I didn't even feel the fact that it happened. But the squirrel couldn't get out, and I had to help it or I was going to cry. And Ben was in the bathroom all sick, and he wanted to video it. He had caught it, but he's on chemo, and sometimes you just have to stay in the bathroom. And I said, Ben, he's gonna hurt. He's hurting bad, and I gotta get him off of there. So I went out there, and he bit through the gloves, but I couldn't get him off because his weight was hanging down, and he was trying to lift up. So I undid the feeder and lowered the feeder to the ground so that he could be on the ground, and then he still couldn't get out on his own. So I had to take the toe of my boot. Now I'm thankful I have on boots because I had bell-bottom boot jeans on, but I don't want the squirrel going up my pants leg. That would not be fun. But I took the toe of my boot and gently pushed it and pushed his little foot out of that crack that it was in, and he took off. Now, I don't know if his foot was broken, but next thing I would have to have done is called animal control to come out here to try to help us. And I figured I could do as much as animal control because I'm gentle, and they would have probably put the squirrel down. And this way, he's going to be out in the world, and we'll probably recognize him because he won't be walking right. It was a back foot, so that's better. His front foot is how he eats, but it was a back foot. So hopefully the squirrel will be okay. Say a little prayer for Gimpy. That's what we're going to name him. We're going to name him Gimpy. And we'll keep feeding them. That's just how we are. We'll keep feeding them. So everybody's gotten in. We got 300 people as I gave you my little story. Yesterday I missed day 27 of our Chaos to Clean book. If you don't have this book, this is a great way to get, jump back on the bandwagon anytime you want to at the first of a month. And day 27 was, what's for dinner? We get asked that question every single day. what's for dinner. So think about it, early in the morning or part of your before bed routine, and know what's for dinner. And here's the quote for the day. You are really going to fly when you know what's for dinner. That makes everyone in your family happy. And menu planning, today is plan and play day. And 5 minutes planning and looking at your calendar, knowing what you've got to do for the next week, this will help you get the groceries in the store. Okay, today's day 28. If you don't take care of you, who will? Now, folks, I'm trying to think, where are my props? Eat healthy food and drink your water. We give so much of ourselves away every day. It is not selfish to take a few minutes to fill your heart with joy. Well, I filled my heart with joy this morning helping that baby squirrel. And it wasn't a baby, but it was one of nature's little creatures. And they're all wonderful. And if you don't have your calendar, you need to get your calendars ordered, big and little. Here's the big one. And then the pink rags, that's what I'm hunting for, the pink rags. And I don't know what I've done with them. There they are. 1 pack of pink rags. Let's see, they're 3 times 4 is 12. It's 12 of them in a bag. We took a regular sized rag and cut it into 4 pieces. And these are mini rags that you use to take your makeup off with, or keep in your purse to clean your glasses, which they're not big like the purple. They're not big like the purple rags, and they do a great job of cleaning off your glasses. So today, on our back to basics, we're dealing with our clutter. Yesterday, we dealt with getting up and getting dressed to lace up shoes. Today, we are dealing with our clutter. Now, clutter, I'm pulling on something I shouldn't pull on because it's making my, okay. Clutter is standing in our way. Clutter is this cocoon we put around us that we don't even realize we're doing. We put this clutter, it builds up slowly. Really builds up slowly. So clutter is evil. It steals your peace. Thank you so much. It's part of the repertoire of the devil is to keep you separated from your family. And when you have a lot of clutter in your home, when you have clutter, it keeps people away, people you really want. Right now, Ben's house is clean. It cleans itself because we put things away at night. We do the things that I do it. He's not able to do it, but he's sort of a neat freak. I know when he was in prison, he would really clean his cell because he didn't like dirt, and it was something for him to do. Right now, he's pretty sick, and he's the chemo. He's got 1 more day on the chemo. We call it the baby he has to carry around with him. So everybody, clutter is standing in your way, and our motto this year is decluttering gently. Decluttering gently. In 2020, teaches us that just enough is plenty. Just enough is plenty. Yesterday, Ben had chemo, and he got an email notification yesterday morning that his car insurance had been canceled. We don't know why. They wouldn't tell us. Just had no clue. And so I was on the phone with them. I was on the phone. Yesterday was on the phone day. Even though he was at chemo, I had to go to a little area of the chemo lab and talk to the insurance people. Not just his car insurance, but his health insurance and all kinds of things. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. So we couldn't totally lapse, so we had to get car insurance again. And just so you know, Liberty, 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 that commercial on TV with the yellow, all the yellow, it's, they were very helpful last night. So folks, that wasn't a commercial for Liberty. It was just the commercial came on as I was trying to find some health insurance, from car insurance for Ben's car, and they were very helpful, and I love it. I love it when a plan comes together and there's somebody there to fill your needs. Now, I'm here to help you, but I can't help you if you're not willing to do. Do you realize that? I can't help you if you're not willing to take care of you and to do some things. So you got to get up. If you're sitting in your pajamas right now and you're not dressed till shoes, that's your first thing you need to go do. Go get dressed. I know you're out there. I know you're watching this live and you're thinking, oh, I really want to get organized. I really want this. Well, wanting and doing are two different things. You can want it all day long, but if you don't get up off your butt and get dressed to lace up shoes, it's not going to happen. So you have to take an action. And that action is to get up and go get dressed. Put your shoes on, Vicki. You got to put your shoes on. So getting dressed to lace up shoes. And somebody asked yesterday, why lace up shoes? Well, I'm from the South. I grew up in Tennessee and Kentucky. And we're barefoot girls. We didn't wear shoes all summer long, and sometimes half the winter. When you and shoes are not ever comfortable. So one of the things to getting a pair of shoes that feel really good on your feet is to go to the shoe store and try on shoes until something feels wonderful. Wear the same thickness of socks that you would wear, and find you a pair of shoes that feel like walking on a cloud. Now in the summertime, in the wintertime, my feet get cold. In the summertime, my feet get hot. So in the wintertime, I'm wearing boots. I've got a pair of boots, 2 pairs of them, that I got off eBay that have a fleece lining in them. And I don't think I paid a whole lot for them, like $69 or something. But they'll last me forever. And I think they have a lifetime guarantee. But they keep my feet warm and I can't kick them off. So lace up shoes. You tie your shoes to your feet. And if you can't, you Velcro them to your feet. And you wear shoes in the house. And if you don't wear shoes in the house, get a pair that you only wear in the house, that you don't go outside in. But you're going to need your outside shoes placed by your launch pad so that you can put those shoes on to go outside if you're going to be that perfectionist in your house. The only people I tell that don't need to wear shoes in their house, I love my Brooks shoes, are nurses. And they need to take their shoes off and not wear those shoes home. Nurses and doctors don't need to bring the germs that are at the hospital home with them. But that's the only time. And you get a pair of shoes that you only wear in your house. Got it? And if you don't have the money to go get a pair of shoes, wash a pair that's in your closet that you love. Get them washed and lay them and dry them over one of your heat registers. Let the air blow on them. I actually have some shoe dryers because if your feet get wet, if you have to rain and walk in water and stuff, my boots aren't totally waterproof, so I have to dry them out sometimes. And I just put them right over the air vent, pushing air up, and it keeps my room cooler because Ben was really cold last night. So getting dressed to lace up shoes, I'm going to harp on this because that's the first one of your first steps you got to do is get dressed to lace up shoes. And you can do it. Yep, they found indoor shoes that work. So folks, y'all have a good day. I'll be here at 3 o'clock. You know the time and place, and get your tea. Your wise women's tea. Uh-oh. Y'all, that's a launch pad right back there. This is the things that I have to do right behind me here. These are things I have to do. I have to frame a picture. I have to mail that. I have to hook up that little speaker system. And that's my launch pad for Ben's house. So get your wise women's tea and get your pink rags. These are ways to take care of you. 1 pack of pink rags. Now, I have been addicted to Sephora wipes for a long time, and they're like $9 a bag of 25. These you can wash and reuse. You can wash and reuse. Somebody mentioned neuropathy. Ben has that right now on chemo. His fingers hurt, his feet hurt, the nerves are tingly, the nerves in his palate hurt. So it's kind of rough. But he has shoes that fit. He has gloves he can put on because he can't get out in the cold weather. But get you pink rags. They're $10 for a bag of them. And they're half price right now. So get them while they last. I love the name, Wise Women's Tea. Yep, Leanne came up with that. It's our Body Clutter brand, because we're going to have other things that are Body Clutter branded. But this is Wise Women Take a Break. Wise women have tea time. Yeah, they do. So everybody, spend some time. 1 bag of these is going to save you a lot of money. Yep, it's going to save you a lot of money. And that money you save could mean something you could buy, the mop or whatever else you want from the fly shop. And menu planning is going to save you money. These things all fit together. Having a pair of shoes that fit you is going to save you money, because you're not going to break a toe going barefoot or twist your ankle because you slipped down the stairs. Yep. You can do this. And if you'll wear your shoes every day and your socks, and at first you may need to lather your foot up with lotion or Vaseline or whatever you want to use to soften your feet. If you'll do that every day, you're going to have the prettiest feet by summertime. You're not going to believe how beautiful your feet are going to be when it comes sandal season. And yes, you can wear sandals in the summertime. Yeah, Leanne saying shoes and sink are the first 2 things. And then we attack the clutter, because you got your shoes on and you're ready to go. Y'all can do it. You really can. This back to basics thing is just wonderful. Did I beat myself up because I missed yesterday? No, I jumped right in as if I had never missed a day. Did I even realize I missed a day? I didn't until just a while ago. So I'm not beating myself up because I'm not perfect. I don't have to be perfect. The Holy Father sent His Son, so I don't have to be perfect. I need to repent of my sins, but I don't have to be perfect. Do you hear me? I don't have to be perfect. Just jump in where you are and do what you can today. If you're not dressed to shoes, get dressed to shoes. Be ready for your day. I was able to save a squirrel this morning because I had on my shoes. And I knew where some big thick gloves were that I could put them on. Now the squirrel bit through them, and I think we don't know if the squirrel has diseases or not. So I think I'm going to put those in my truck for my emergency stuff, because Ben doesn't need them around his things. But I'll get Ben another pair of gloves. Yep, I'm a squirrel saver this morning. I wish we'd had a video. It would have gone viral. It would have. It really would have. Well, I love you all. I will see you at 3 o'clock. And I need your help on something else. Thanks for sticking around, too, by the way. I need your help. We are being blocked again by Spam Cop and those terrible things that won't let our emails get through. I need you to click send a testimonial to me or reply to one of our messages. One of them just went out. So if you'll do that, you will help us to get our messages out there more. And yeah, wearing shoes really does help your feet. Well, I love you all. You have no idea how much I care for each and every one of you. And I don't even like to say each and every, but each of you are in my prayers every single day. We know, my first book, Sync Reflections, was dedicated to those of you who suffer in silence, thinking you're the only one that lives this way. Guess what? There are other of you out there, and all right here, chatting right here with you. And there's many more where those came from. These are just the ones that are catching me live. Sign up for our emails. Do it right now. Go to our website, flylady.net. Click on the upper left-hand corner that says get our emails or join or whatever. Do that. And put Fly Lady in your address book, flylady at flylady.net, in your address book. And that'll tell your IP that you want our emails too. I forgot to put that in my little email. So folks, I need your help. And thank you for all your support. Those of you who purchase things from us, keep this system free for everybody. It's just a wonderful, wonderful gift that you give those who couldn't pay for our system. We keep our system free by selling things in our fly shop. Yeah, we do. We keep it free for that reason. And our emails are free. Now you can get our app if you don't want to get our emails, but this has been my calling, and it wasn't until I got my home in order that I knew what my calling was. I had no clue what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was already 43 years old. No clue. But I had a talent stack, as Scott Adams says. I could keep books. I was a county commissioner. I knew how to do things. Now, I'm not a good speller. That's not my talent. But guess what? That's what editors do. And spell check. But spell check doesn't always work. Well, somebody's at the door. I'll see you later. I love you, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock.